What's up, scoundrels? It's your man Clash coming to you with a new video on 3v3 Grand Arena. One of my favorites, especially as it relates to the theory crafting that's involved. Just a couple of quick things I want to share with you guys so you know how we're looking at this and how we're trying to gather some of the best practices on the Scoundrel Discord server. If you haven't already, feel free to jump over to that server. The link is in the description below. We've got a lot of key takeaways, things that work, things that have helped us gain some undersized wins, or things that have helped us set better defenses. Some of my favorite defenses so far are on this list right now. Feel free to pause this video as we go through. I'm going to be going through a lot of different ways that I think we've seen a lot of success going on. And the main reason is that we've just kind of compiled a lot of the feedback and holds and counters that are going on right now on our spreadsheet that is also linked in the description below. And mainly what we're trying to take advantage of there is just showing what's trending, what's working really well, what's maybe cooling off, what's getting warmer as people are trying, as we get more data. And of course, as the stuff comes out from SWGoH, I'll be definitely updating that as well. But this video is actually focused on a new craft that I've been thinking of for a little bit now. For those of you, the 48 that have Relic 7 L3 and the few thousand that have his Zeta or her Zeta, this one actually could be pretty cool. It is a heavy Relic investment, obviously, but I think it works at all levels with GG, L3, and Nest. A couple reasons why this works really well, of course, is that it prevents a lot of counters. There's not a really good target to attack. GG is saved by L3 Zeta. GG will also make L3 the target via Mark. Some of the things to consider as you look at each one of these characters: obviously the lead from GG is really nice. The stacking health, the damage that's done. Mark's L3 also can't be evaded basically on any of the attacks, so it's just going to be really messy for your opponent to try to get through with the kind of damage that General Grievous puts out. Very tanky as well. The other character, of course, that I think probably is the glue to this is L3. She is probably my favorite tank in the game in general, but what offsets her from other ones is obviously that stacking health benefit that she gained from her basic, which I think allows her to keep up with the damage that General Grievous does to light side droid allies, which is nice. She's also going to be cleansing. Of course, she's going to be able to save General Grievous should he be killed, and she gains turn meter. It's just, she heals. She's all around probably one of the best tanks. And then of course there's Nest. I think we're all familiar with her, but you can't start with her, right? You can't just start attacking her. She's really hard to take down. But because you have to probably leave her for second or last, she's going to be gaining a lot of critical damage all throughout the fight. And that stacking of damage that she's going to be doing is going to end up making you pay. And so that's why I like this comp really well. There's not a good target. If you start with one or the other, one of the other ones is going to end up making it really hard for you. L3, if you start with her, that's, you know, probably one of the ways I would probably try at first, because, you know, the other two are just way too hard to get down. But the problem is L3 has at Relic 7 something to the effect of, you know, 72% armor, and if you don't focus on her, she's going to get Mark 2 and Mark 3 up, and she's going to be, you know, really hard to take down. She gets I think 100% defense at Mark 2, which I think is close to 85% damage mitigation and armor for her. So that's pretty insane. This Jedi comp is one that I think is pretty interesting as well. I tried the Padme first. That was a no-go. Nest really makes that kind of a no-go anyway. But this Jedi comp, it's gear 12, so it's not, the Relic comparison isn't even close. I think you could do this if you're Jedi or Relic. The main problem is that you're going to need Bastila on that team. Bastila is who gives enough potency to these Jedi to be able to ultimately take down Nest at the end. But a lot of people I see are putting Bastila on defense because she's a great defensive leader in threes. And so if they put Bastila on defense, they're not going to be able to get through this if you have a high tenacity Nest like I do. A lot of people use a high tenacity Nest. She's also very slow, so she's just really hard to get through in general. She's not going to be able to gain protection back like she would under a Kira lead, but that really won't matter too much. Again, if you don't have Bastila, there's no chance. And there's a lot of buffs that go there, so you're going to be giving her a lot of buffs. This CLS trio, um, again, maybe if you had a high relic level, you could damage through what is needed. I don't know how you would. CLS is not a good combination against a slow, high tenacity nest. There's a lot of turn meter removal between Han and CLS, and she can end up timing you out anyway. And then, of course, if you do end up dealing with her, you've still got to deal with General Grievous, who he can make life hell just given the fact that he's going to be gaining stacking potency on his leader, and he's going to end up getting target lock. It's going to keep you from counterattacking. It's pretty ugly. This comp actually got pretty close. This is a pretty highly relicked Separatist team here. It's got a Relic 7 Dooku, Relic 7 Magna Guard, a Relic 4 Newt, I believe. And their potency is good enough. And of course, the speed differential is good enough that I think it can work. The main challenge, of course, is that you're going to have to really get something that's going to help you get through Nest pretty well. And by the end there, with Dooku having gotten killed, that really didn't help my cause here. So I did get it down to just infies, and again, maybe if I had made some different choices, I probably could have won it. But again, just not an easy counter to get through. And like many of the things you'll see here, many of the counters that we're going through, it's one that it's a banner nightmare, right? You're left with one character, no protection. Again, almost got through it. It was close, but yeah, obviously no cigar. This one actually did win. I think really what I was trying to do was just play maybe fight fire with fire here with General Grievous as the leader with both B1 and B2. That's a lot of turn meter. It makes my Grievous much faster than their Grievous. Of course, the challenge is that I wasn't really able to get much in terms of debuffs landed because L3 kept cleansing, and that really kind of made life a little bit more difficult for me. Given that they were actually doing enough damage to kill the other droids, it of course turned my General Grievous into one that was actually worth doing a lot of damage on. This is only Relic 6 Grievous that I was going up against on offense here with, so something to consider. He was able to, of course, get enough stacking health and all of that to get through and to do enough damage, which is really the only way you're going to get through a nest, because she's got 65k health. You're going to need something that can really shut her down. The stuns and everything else that came with that was enough. The healing immunity really helped out. So this ended up just being, if you guys ever battled a General Grievous versus a General Grievous, it's quite comical. It's one of the more ridiculous ones in the game, I think. But if you hopefully play the abilities right, you can actually beat the AI pretty well. All right, so the last one here, this one actually was a pretty fairly, I don't want to call it easy win, but it was definitely not clean, just like all of them here. You all see I basically left with just one character at the end, this being Rex, and a lot of the ways Rex and Fives and Echo get used, it always ended up you're going to have to get rid of Fives and make the other two really good. The thing that really helped out here, of course, was the Echo bomb that could shut everything down. So something to look at. Hopefully you guys liked this video. A lot of theory crafting to be done in 3v3, which I really enjoy and really like. But let us know what you think. Please join us on the Scoundrels Discord if you have other comments, ideas, questions you want to contribute to the spreadsheet that we're documenting this on. Love to have you there. And again, if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks.